Because our topic next week is so important, I made this video to help us get a little more prepared for the discussion. The topic is STP, segmenting, targeting, and positioning. Throughout the attachments in the email, there are 4 specific examples that I've assigned one of you in class to come prepared, ready to discuss and teach us what you've learned. 2 other people have come with a totally different topic that's not included in this video. So let's dive into STP. Segmenting, targeting, positioning. STP. Well, before you dive into this, before you segment, target, and position, there's one other thing that I've got to add, and that is goals. Every single company, before you can go out and do this, you have to understand what your goal is, because every single company has a limited amount of resources, and you want to get the best return on your investment. So we have money, we have time, and we have people. How do we use this most effectively if we don't even understand what our goal is? So let's say that we are a mountain bike company, and our goal is to get referrals. Now there could be lots of different goals. It could be new sales, it could be repeat sales, it could be customer advocacy. Well, for this specific exercise, we're going to just say we want referrals. In the other examples that I've assigned each one of you throughout the rest of this video, they have different goals. But let's say it's referrals. So when we segment, this is all about who. Who are we going to be talking to? Who are we going to be telling our message to? Well, are we going to be talking to people that have never used our mountain bikes? No, because we're trying to get referrals. We are going to be talking to current customers, probably those customers that love us, okay? And what type of customers that love us? The deeper that you can segment, the better that you can make your message relevant to those people. Today, we don't want to listen to things that aren't relevant to us. So let's define that segment really, really well. So let's say it's people that love us, that use our products. Let's say that it's women. And let's say that these women are avid mountain bike racers, okay? So they love to race. And let's say that they're moms, okay? So they are busy, active moms. We understand kind of about who they are so that we can target a message specifically to them. And when I say target, this is about where. Where are they? Where are these people spending their time so that we don't waste our time and money talking to them in places they're not? If they're avid racers, their moms are probably really busy, so they're probably not sitting around watching TV a lot. And do we have enough money to spend on TV anyway? Probably not as a mountain bike company. But let's just pick a few places where they may be. How about Pinterest? Yes, most of them are probably on Pinterest. YouTube, probably not. Not a big female demographic on YouTube. But Facebook, for sure, okay? I mean, we could do Instagram or lots of different platforms. But what's cool about these is you can target where they are and you can target who they are. So you can define, if I'm going to spend my resources on this channel, where are they so that your message actually gets to the people that you're segmenting? You can get on Facebook and say, I want to talk to women who love mountain biking, who are moms, and who have bought my product. And only spend your money to them, because this next positioning piece, you have your goal of referrals, who you're talking to, where they are, but now, what are you going to say, and how are you going to say it? Understanding what your goal is, who they are, where they are. If you're going to talk about what, now you can define that way easier. Now on Facebook, I'm not going to write some long copy and have a big long paragraph for them to read. They're not going to even look at it. The most effective things on Facebook are videos and images. So let's say But how we're going to say it is through a video. And what are we going to say? Let's say that we want to incentivize them to give a referral, since that's our goal. Let's say that, hey, if you can get a picture at the top of this mountain that's a famous mountain biking ride with 10 of your friends and your bike, we'll give you a free helmet. Just imagine that two friends, these two women, have just ridden their bikes up to the top of this mountain. They take a picture and she says, oh, if I can get 10 friends, I'm going to win a free helmet from my bike company. They're going to ask all about the company, what she likes about your bikes. Who better to talk about your products than somebody who uses them and loves them to their friends? The return on your investment for whatever that goal is way more effective if you understand your goal, you understand who you're talking to, you understand where they are and where you're going to be heard most effectively, and you can target what you're going to say way more detailed and how you're going to say it most effectively. This is all about ROI. So let me show you some examples of real companies that are doing this.
2 years ago, 75-year-old inventor Dr. Bob teamed up with some college students to try to figure out how to sell his tongue cleaner online. We figured out, using YouTube, how to effectively sell the Aura Brush on the internet. We've sold almost 1 million of these. And even after tens of thousands of comments from our YouTube channel saying, why can't we buy you in major stores? Why can't I go down to Walmart? We still had a hard time getting a hold of major retailers like Walmart.
One of the Walmart store managers had seen our videos and became familiar with Aura Brush and ordered an Aura Brush and used it for several months. And after that, he wanted to have Aura Brush in his store, so he contacted us
and say, hey, I'd love to carry your tongue cleaner in my store. Some Walmart managers from other stores were going on a store tour, and they went through his Walmart, saw our display, and were so impressed by just the display that they all wanted it as well.
So within about 2 or 3 weeks, we had 20 Walmart stores carrying Aura Brush.
The sales here in Utah were so good that we knew it was time to get in touch with Walmart headquarters to do a broader launch outside of just this state, but get it everywhere.
We decided to do some advertising in magazines where we spent over $20,000, and it was just not successful at all. In addition to that, we sent a video to the buyer at Walmart headquarters designed specifically for Walmart executives.
Hi, Michael. Thanks for carrying everything a person could ever want, anywhere, ever, anytime, ever.
I'm Michael J. Fox.
That's a different Michael.
Hey, anytime you want to lend me the DeLorean, I'd love to go back in time.
Not the same Michael. So on the DVD, it was personalized and customized with their names. Hi, we're Aura Brush. Here are our sales numbers in the test market in Utah. We had videos of customer reviews, and we had our YouTube videos that we put up, and we had a lot of the mainstream media coverage. We included that as well. There was a lot going on that we wanted to make sure they knew about. So we sent them that DVD and got their attention. But we wanted to keep their attention while they were making the decision as to whether to pick up Aura Brush for a national launch. So we tried some other different things. Jeff Harmon, who's in charge of our marketing, decides we should do a Facebook ad, and we should target it just at Walmart employees right around Walmart headquarters, national headquarters. We created an ad that said that Walmart employees have bad breath and they better start carrying the Aura Brush in their store. And within a couple days and just $28 in ad spend later, we got an email from them saying, okay, we saw your ad. Very funny, you can stop running that ad now. Now, they already knew about us. We were selling the brush in stores in Utah and having a lot of success, and they'd seen our DVD, but that Facebook ad kept their attention and let them know that we know what we're doing online. We can get this in front of people.
Walmart was very interested in the sales of Aura Brush, not necessarily in the YouTube advertisements that we were producing. But the sales were so good, they just couldn't say no.
We've been contacted by a lot of other smaller retailers, and we've learned that they always want to meet face-to-face. There's a lot of phone calls involved. Some of them want us to fax them information. Faxing. It's 2011. So we were expecting, when we were talking to Walmart and messaging them, we were waiting for the email where they were going to say, you know what, why don't we meet face-to-face? Why don't you fly out here? We'll talk about this in person. And then one day, we got an email that said, can you support 735,000 Aura Brushes by August? yeah, we can handle that. Sure, we can support that. So they send us this request with no face-to-face meeting, no video conference, not even any phone calls. This was all done through email.
Holy crap. My taste buds are standing on end.
They should. 2 years ago, we're selling the Orabrush out of our garage. Orabrush is the first company to go from nothing, from no distribution, to nationwide retail distribution using only YouTube. And we did it in the oral hygiene category, which is kind of crazy because that category is dominated by a few big companies. It was Walmart that gave their local managers the freedom to pick up local products and try them out, see how they do. And because of that, within a year, we're in every Walmart in the country.
Kathy, after watching that Orabrush video, I want to make sure that you can also talk to the class about these 3 things, but I want you to share the example of what they did here and how effective when you know how to target on the right thing and understand your segment. I want you to talk about the ROI of Orabrush's GSTP campaign.
Hey, this is Nate from Blend Tech. Spencer reached out to me and asked if I would come and share a quick example of how we've used some segmentation to drive the success of a campaign. We set out to increase the daily usage of our blenders and increase the customer satisfaction. And with our limited time and resources, we took and segmented based on, first of all, ownership, and then based on where it is that they like to be online, with whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, etc. And in all of that research, we found that recipes were essentially our golden ticket to engage our customers more often and get them to engage their family and friends with our product. So we created compelling recipes with imagery and video to go along with it so that they could share it. And we spread it out over all of our social networks, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter. We sent it out via email, and the results have been incredible. We've been running this campaign for about 2 years, and every day we get thousands of shares socially of our recipes. And the interesting thing is that not only have we achieved the objectives that we set out to, there were some other benefits in that our social reach and our email reach has expanded far beyond our customers now. So essentially, if you start out with a goal, you segment properly, and you execute and put your product in the place or your campaign in the place where your customers are, your likelihood of success will be much higher.
Make nut butter fresh right out of the Blend Tech Twister jar. Simply add 1.5 cups of dry roasted almonds. Place the lid. Ramp up the speed up dial and blend for 40 seconds. Twist the lid counterclockwise, pulling the almond butter away from the jar and closer to the blade. Your almond butter will be warm and ready to serve.
To find more recipes, just click on the links.
Well, Ron, since your neighbor was the president of Blend Tech, you've been assigned to Blend Tech. From what Nate said, I want you to come to class prepared to talk about what was their goal, how did they segment their customers, where did they target, and what did they say, and how did they say it.
It's time to hook up our audience with a red carpet secret to beautiful skin, and here to tell us all about it is celebrity beauty guru and Bachelor alum Michelle Money. What you got for us today?
Listen, this is the PMD, the personal microderm. This is the celebrity skincare secret revealed. This is a device that you can have at home to get rid of lines, wrinkles. It helps smooth out your skin tone. You get rid of sunspots. It's going to make your skin flawless.
Nice. For your chance to win, go to extratv.com.
So we start here because a lot of the stars are getting facials. Before they
Everyone's getting a facial right now. So if you want to do it yourself at home, the personal microderm machine, this is a really powerful little sucker that's going to do the trick for you. Jessica Chastain from The Help, Melissa McCarthy, they've all got these in their hands.
People swear by this.
It's always been my goal in developing a company to build something that is product-based, widget-based. Something that the public would buy over and over and over again, that would create mailbox income. And when OGIO started back many years ago, they didn't have the internet. The internet is a game changer. So when we did PMD, when we started PMD, we had very limited resources and needed to market the product, Personal Microderm, in such a way that we could get a maximum ROI, return on investment, with the money we spent. And so in order to do that, targeting, segmentation was extremely important. We had to decide or define very carefully who is our customer and what do they want. How old are they? Where do they live? How do you find them? What's going to resonate with them? And the internet and social media allowed us to do that. So whether we were talking about blackheads and acne, or wrinkles and fine lines, age spots, it didn't matter. We could go find these people and send them a message that resonated. We could segment these people into different buckets. And as we found these buckets, we could create messaging. We created messaging that was specifically designed for them. What have I got? What's it going to do for you? And what do I want you to do now? For example, Dulce Candy, she's a beauty vlogger. She does videos, very, very popular. She's probably 22 years old. And most of her clientele, most of her followers are young, 18 to 25-year-olds. We didn't even consider that to be a market for us. We didn't really recognize that as a market. We gave her the product, we had her demonstrate it, okay? Use it for 3 weeks herself, and then she demoed it on her YouTube channel. And we sold over 500 units on that particular video that she did. 500 units specifically targeted to her people. And at the time, we didn't really know how powerful that would be. But we learned an incredible lesson by giving that a try. And now we seek and probably promote 20 to 25 videos every month because of the success of that one segmentation in the vlogger world. Very powerful example. What segmentation does for you is it allows you to identify who these people are and where they are. That's the key element of this. For us, with skin issues, you could be a 19-year-old with blackhead problems, blemishes, you could have bad acne, or you could be a 55-year-old woman who's got aging problems, fine lines, wrinkles, age spots. Those are two completely different customers, two completely different segments. It could be scarring, light scarring that somebody's had throughout their life. It could be melasma, which is a pregnancy mask. So how do you find these people and then deliver a message specifically for them? That's what segmentation is. That's why it's powerful. And it gives us the ability today to really deliver a message to a customer that says, this is what this is going to do for you, specifically for you. And here's what I want you to do next. And that's a pretty powerful advantage today with the internet that didn't exist 20 years ago, 25 years ago. So the better you can drill down to those particular reasons that somebody wants your product, give them a compelling message of how your product is going to solve their problem, the higher your chances are for success, for an ROI, return on investment, with those marketing dollars that you're spending.
President Richards, you've been assigned PMD since you grew up with my dad. Also, be able to talk about these 4 things and explain it to the class.
What does that do?
I'm James Atkin from Goal Zero, and I'm the Director of Community Marketing, and want to talk a little bit about customer segmentation. To start off, Goal Zero is, we're a young company, we're about 4 years old. We've exploded in growth. We're number 9 on Inc. 500 for fastest growing companies this year. At Goal Zero, we have 2 key initiatives that we have, and we've had from the beginning. One is create raving fans, and 2 is be authentic and maintain authenticity. And so to create raving fans, you need to know who your fans are, and if you're authentic to those fans, they'll end up being raving fans. It's kind of a weird thing, is like relevancy, authenticity, raving fan. If you could pull that line off, you're going to be successful. And when you're growing so fast and you come from, small company to, is this going to work, to all of a sudden like, fire, you have to know who you're talking to, and you have to know what you're doing, because you're so reactive with everything. You could go a million different ways, especially when you're growing fast. When we talk to a customer and we're personal with them, and I'm not saying you have to talk to every single customer, but if you have a conversation with one customer on a personal level, especially on social, you have thousands of other people seeing that going, this is a real company, and they're authentic and they're relevant to me. That's the way you blow up. Word of mouth. That is exactly what happens. When you stoke someone out and create a raving fan, they go tell 20 of their other friends. And that's really how our company has blown up. Not literally.
It's hard to explain to people why I do this, why I climb without a rope. There's just something free about it, being out here on the rock, completely untethered. And no one is setting my pace. I'm pushing myself. When I finish this tower, I'll go find another. Honestly, I can't imagine doing anything else. And even out here, I can still connect to the people I care about.
Hey, Mom. Pretty good. I had a great time today.
I'm Alex Honnold. This is my life, solar powered.
Okay, Tyler, you're up next. Goal Zero. Come to class, GSTP, ready to go. One of the main reasons that I created this video is we're only going to have 20-something minutes in class to discuss this, and I wanted to apply it to a real-life scenario. So in class, next Wednesday, we're actually going to go through this for the LDS Business College. Our goal is going to be recruiting. I've assigned Biff and Ken specific segments to think about and come prepared with some thoughts on how we can apply recruiting to the rest of the STP model. So I look forward to seeing you all on class on Wednesday. Hopefully you come prepared.